Before your salary enters your account, it already has owners: rent, transport, food, electricity, data, airtime, family support, and maybe something unexpected. So tell me, when exactly is the money yours? Unfortunately, salary does not arrive empty-handed. It arrives with responsibilities. And if you don't take control of it within the first 24 hours, you'll spend the next 30 days reacting instead of building. And that is why many hardworking people still feel stuck. But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do with your money when salary drops, whether you're earning 50,000 naira or 500,000 naira. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is doyinsolatoye and I am a certified chartered accountant. On this channel, I share smart tips that help you make, manage, and grow your money. If you're new here, thank you for watching, but don't forget to click on that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always showing up. Let me ask you this. Have you ever received your salary and within 3 days, you're already calculating how to stretch what is left? Sometimes it is not irresponsibility, it is lack of structure. Now listen carefully. Not everybody's money pressure is the same. Someone earning 50,000 naira is trying to figure out how to survive the month. Someone earning 250,000 naira is trying to find a balance between pressure and stability. And someone earning 500,000 naira is trying to grow without collapsing under the weight of responsibility. So instead of giving one advice to everybody, let's talk honestly and based on income levels. Find yourself in this. I'm not teaching complicated budgeting. I'm teaching salary survival in Nigeria because survival comes before wealth. Most people spend first and try to save what is left. But unfortunately, there is usually nothing left to save. If I check your bank statement, I can tell your stress level. If you earn between 50,000 naira and 150,000 naira, let's start with you. This level is hard in Nigeria. There is no need to pretend. If you earn 80,000 naira, there is feeding that may be 25,000 naira or more. There is transport that may be 30,000 naira or more. Then there is data, there is electricity, and maybe small family support. You are already near the edge. If you are in this range, listen carefully, because what you hear can change your entire month and going forward. At this level, your goal is not aggressive investing. Your goal is stability. So here are the things I want you to do. But before I go into that, I want to tell you as a believer that regardless of your income level, the first thing you need to do when you receive your salary is to pay your tithe. Not out of obligation or out of duty, but as a sign of love. You're telling God, I love you so much, and I'm committing the remaining 90%. You're not doing it with a mind of transaction. Or if I give God 10%, then maybe I'll get 100%. Or you're not doing money doubling with God. It's a sign of and a show of love to God. So your tithe is a non-negotiable. So the first thing you want to do is to pay your tithe. The very next thing you want to do is to save something. I'm not going to tell you to save 30%. I'm not going to say save 20%. I'm not even going to say save 10%. If you can save 5%, please do so. And if you cannot save any percentage, if it is 2,000 naira or 5,000 naira you can save, please do so. Just make sure that you are saving something. And don't leave it in your traditional bank account. Leave it in PiggyVest or Cowrywise, where you know that your money will be earning little interest every day. You will be shocked at how much this little savings you're putting aside will end up protecting you or saving you in the future. Then the next thing you want to do is to set apart money for basic necessities: feeding, transport, electricity, and water bill. Because once transport money finishes, stress begins. And when stress begins, discipline disappears. So you want to take care of basic necessity and then live on what is next. And if your income is extremely tight, let me not lie to you, budgeting alone cannot save you. Income growth becomes important. Skill, side hustle, side income, or something. You have to prioritize increasing your income at this level, because no matter how much you budget, it is not going to save you because your income is already really tight. Now maybe you earn between 150,000 naira and 300,000 naira. You have slightly more room, but don't get comfortable too soon. This level is not rich, it is just less fragile. And the mistake most people make is to upgrade their phone, upgrade their apartment, upgrade housings. But savings, nothing changes. That is silent lifestyle inflation. It might not feel obvious at first, but it's slowly eating into your progress. So here is one thing I want you to do. Just like I said to tier 1, which is between 50,000 naira and 150,000 naira, the first thing you want to do as a believer is to pay your tithe. The next thing you want to do at this level is to build emergency fund. Emergency fund is not money that you're dashing anybody. Emergency fund serve as a buffer on your investment. It protects you from taking on debt when any financial emergency occurs. So when any financial emergency occurs, instead of going to people to borrow money and all of that, it just dip hands into your emergency fund account and you use it to cater to financial emergency. So it is advised that you have at least 3 to 6 months of your living expense in your emergency fund. But at this stage, I would say you should have at least 3 months of your living expense in your emergency fund account. And you don't have to do it all at once. So let's assume that your living expense is about 100,000 naira a month. You want to have at least 300,000 naira in your emergency fund account. You don't have to do it at once. You can be saving percentages, right? And then you don't leave it in a traditional bank account. You leave it in maybe a piggy vest, a carrywise, or a money market fund, where you know that this money will be growing every now and then. The next thing is to take care of your basic necessities. See, you can't start investing when your basic necessities are not settled. Trust me, you will end up liquidating that investment to meet your basic necessity. You will eat the dividends and the returns from your investments to meet basic necessities, and you will not be able to take full advantage of compound interest. So if your money is still for basic survival at this moment, pause on investing, but you can still manage yourself to save, even if it is 2,000 naira or even 1,000 naira that you can set aside every month, and ensure that you focus on meeting basic survival. And then you now need to up your game to look for additional streams of income, maybe a skill that you need to learn, maybe a course that you need to take online to help you improve your income. So for people between 150 and 300,000 naira, one thing you want to do is, of course, as a believer, pay your tithe. Then the next thing is to start building your emergency, because trust me, your emergency will end up saving you in times of emergency. Then number 2 is to ensure that your basic necessities, you cater to your basic necessities. Then you can start investing. And I will advise that you start with money market fund or still leaving money in a high yield savings account where it's generating little income for you every day. Don't think about going into stocks. Don't even think about doing equity funds yet, because it also has its exposure to stock. It can go up or go down. At this level, you are still building stability and not aggressive investing. Once you've done all of this, then you can now live on what is left. Another thing for people in this income bracket is to also watch lifestyle inflation. Because you earn more, perhaps you were earning 50,000 naira and then you got a new job and you're now earning 250,000 naira. Don't think that you have arrived. Lifestyle creep will slowly creep into your money, and before you know it, you are living like someone that is earning 50,000 naira because you didn't pay attention to lifestyle creep. Just because you can spend more money does not mean you should spend more all the time. If you earn 500,000 naira and still feel behind, it is probably not income problem but structure problem. This level can allow you to grow if you put proper structure in place. And just like I mentioned to the first 2 tiers, you also need emergency fund in place, and make sure that your basic necessities are covered. And then you can now look into investment. But make sure that you are not investing more than you should. And at the end of the day, you now liquidate your investment to cater to basic necessities. It really doesn't make sense, right? The advice of save 30% of your income or 20% of your income might not apply to everybody because of their income level. If it is 5% that you can start with it and do it consistently. So if you earn 500,000 naira, you want to put proper structure in place. Don't think that, oh, I have arrived and I have more money. More money will not necessarily make you wealthy. If there is poor structure in place, you will go back to living as if you were earning 50,000 naira. So the first thing you want to do, of course, as a believer, is to pay your tithe. The very next thing you want to do is to contribute money to your emergency fund. Then the next thing you want to do is to at least save something, set something aside for saving or investment. At this stage, yes, you can do money market fund, and then you can also do equity fund as well. You might not be able to still go directly into investing in stocks, right? But at least equity fund gives you that exposure to the stock market indirectly while you are still learning and growing your income to be able to go big into the stock market. And you want to ensure that basic necessities are covered. Yes, there is a budgeting rule 50, 30, 20. But depending on your income level, you might not be able to do the 50, 30, 20. It is not rigid. You just have to adjust it to your income level and your income bracket. Regardless of the level, whether 50,000 naira to 150,000 naira, or 150,000 naira to 300,000 naira, or 300,000 naira to 500,000 naira or more, skill building still matters. Side also matters as well. You want to continue to build your skill so that it can afford you more opportunity to earn more money. And you also want to have something on the side that brings in money for you. You don't want to just stay stuck on the 50,000 naira salary for as long as God knows how long. While I understand that you might have been searching for better job, and if better job is not coming, what is that thing that you can start on the side that will bring in more money for you? We actually underestimate ChatGPT. Talk to ChatGPT as you're talking to your friend, and it will give you realistic side business that you can start and will start generating money for you. So regardless of the tier that you fall into, you need to understand that building and growing your income is much more important. That is what will help you to not stay stuck at this rat race and have more headroom to be able to do more things that you want to do and to be able to invest more money. If you're still watching, the next part is the most important. Let's talk about what you actually do when salary drops. When salary drops, do this within 24 hours. Number one is pay your tithes, non-negotiable if you're a believer. Number two is to move something out for savings or investment, no matter how small. Remember, I told you that even if it is 5%, you can do, or even if it is a money range, not necessarily percentage. Then number two is to take care of basic necessities. I will call it calculate your survival cost, what you need to survive that month. Number three is to invest based on what you have moved out to save earlier. Either you leave it in high yield savings account where it's still generating income for you daily, or you move it into a money market fund or equity fund, depending on the income bracket. For tier one, which is 50,000 naira to 150,000 naira, you can still leave it in high yield savings account or move it to money market fund, even if it is 2,000 naira that you can do every month. For tier two, which is 150,000 naira to 300,000 naira, you can do money market fund. And tier three, you can do money market fund, and then you can do equity fund while you are still learning how to invest in stocks. Yes, you can start investing in stocks with as little as 5,000 naira. But see, you were better off leaving the money in money market fund to grow, maybe to 300,000 naira or 500,000 naira before you can now put money in it. Yes, you will make money from investing in stocks with 5,000 naira, but the interest will be little to nothing. So you can still be putting the money in a money market fund that is still growing and growing. And when it is big, say 300,000 naira, 500,000 naira, or even 1 million naira, you can now move it into stocks where you get more returns. Remember that this is what you should do the first 24 hours when salary drops. As a believer, you pay your tithe, right? Then the next thing is to move something out for savings or investment. Then the next thing is for you to calculate your survival cost. The next thing is to live on the rest. Perhaps you have other engagements, and when I say living on the rest, family support, maybe other sacrificial giving that you need to do, but you know that the basic things are already secured. Reverse this order and watch your money vanish every month. Then you will join the people that will say, oh, I don't know where my money is going. Remember what I said at the beginning, that before your salary enters, it already has owners. Now let one of the owners be you. Remember that we don't build wealth randomly here. We build wealth in layers and with structure. If you've learned something from this video, Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more honest money topics. See you in my next video. Bye.